It's that time again. It's our weekend predictions for games around the world. As always, we're going to be going through 18 games I've selected. The big games in England, in Italy, in Spain, in Germany, in France, and a couple around the world as well. Again, I'm going to say it in advance. I'm going to just give you my opinions on what I think will happen in these games. If you want to go and put bread on there, by all means, feel free. I don't encourage you. It's not financial advice. If you lose the bread, you have to hold that. If you win, hey, hey, grab a little sub because we have just hit 56,000. So little by little, we're reaching our goals. If you can smash the like button, that will help us on our way. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this one. Like the video in advance if you already trust and believe in me before the weekend's even begun, because I'm going to help you guys cook. As per usual, of course, we're going to speak about Chelsea v Arsenal. There's Roma, Napoli, but I'm going to go in league order: Saturday games, Sunday games, Saturday games, Sunday games. So we will get there. I'll put the little maybe timestamps or whatever if you guys want to just, you know, follow along. Let's start straight away with Man City against Leeds. Obviously, City have lost their last 2 games because they were busy resting players for Leeds at home. Why they did that, I have no idea. I'll be honest, very strange, but I'm expecting because of that they have to bounce back with a 3-0 whitewash over Leeds. Leeds are terrible. I'm expecting Haaland. Obviously, he has the historical connection with Leeds and his dad and blah blah blah. Give me a little Haaland brace. Man City 3-0. Not a lot to really analyse there. You know what? Brentford, I've included them because people keep on saying, say sorry to Keith Andrews. You know what? I do owe Keith a bit of a my bad, right? Keith Andrews, I called him Kenny with his laptop, Dizzy in Beyblade. I said, what's my man going to do, bro? They've lost their best player. They've lost their gaffer, their captain, their best forwards. They've lost everyone. But they're going to win 2-1 because the guy that I was not familiar with last year, he was injured quite a bit in my defence. Igor Thiago, he's going to bang and he's going to score a banger, and then he'll look at him and say, it's not me. It wasn't me. But he's just going to banger and he will tell us it wasn't him. That's my 2-1 over there. But of course, the real big 5 teams play on the Sunday. Starting with United going to Crystal Palace. Again, be very careful, right? I'm going to tell you what I think will happen, but there are some caveats. I believe United go to Crystal Palace, not Palace rather. Nasty lunchtime kickoff. Same formations as we know. Obviously, Glasner will tactically outclass Ruben Amorim. I don't know if Ugarte will play. I'm not really sure. I believe Palace will win 2-1. But be careful because they have just played Strasbourg and it was a very, you know, taxing, grueling game where I watched the second half. Again, you know me, I don't really respect Europa League or Conference League that much, but it was an interesting game. I thought I'd watch it. Some fascinating goalkeeping. Adam Wharton missed maybe like an open goal. I think he hit the bar from it as well. And then they conceded quite late on. So a bit of a downer for them. But I think, again, depending on their fitness levels, if everyone's fit, they should have enough to beat United. 2-1 in my opinion. I'll go Villa to win 2-0 against Wolves again, just because I think Villa are the closest non-top 5 team to the, like, I think they're in top 4 right now, in fact. So yeah, they should get like a calm 2-0 win. Don't really matter who scores, to be honest with you. Before the big game, we have West Ham against Liverpool. Now, this one, look, I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks now. I've been saying, guys, it can't go on like this, can it? And I picked Liverpool to finally win and bounce back. I did it against Forest. They got packed 3-0. I did it at home against PSV. They got packed by 3 goals again. 4-1, obviously, 3-goal difference. So at some point in life, when somebody shows you who they are, you have to believe them. They are showing their true colours. So I am no longer putting my neck on the line to defend these guys. And so because of that, Bowen bangs it in. 2-1 West Ham. Yes, 2-1 to West Ham. A team that are not even very good whatsoever. But again, I don't know what to do anymore for Liverpool. Like, how can I say you're going to win when my eyes are telling me this team is bad? Every game, bad. At some point, I have to just say, you know what? I'm done. So watch this now be the one where Liverpool finally win. If anything, Liverpool fans, be happy. Now that I've put you to lose, you will go and win. But the biggest game, this one is the minesweeper. I've been telling guys, please, although I'm going to tell you what I think will happen, ignore it. Do not put this on anything. Do not risk any bread on this, because genuinely, anything could happen in this match. Chelsea against Arsenal. Why do I say that? Because on the one hand, of course, we have Arsenal. We have decided, you know, in the last week or so, this is probably the best team in Europe right now, right? Obviously, things can change in May, and who's going to win Champions League, that's not for me to say. I don't know what's going to change in January, February, March. But right here, right now, Arsenal are the best team in the world. Defensively, locked down. Going forward, they're now spamming goals as well. when it comes to playing against Chelsea, for the last few years, they've patted their heads like good boys, home and away. Away, there's been a couple draws recently, but even then, Chelsea haven't won against Arsenal at home in 7 years, 2018. That's even, for those of us who remember, that's how long ago it is. So you look at it like that and you think, oof, you're probably going to go with Arsenal. But this is why I say there are external things beyond football you have to consider, right? And of course, we know Chelsea are second in the league right now. There's a 6-point gap. They could close it to 3, or it becomes 9 points if they lose at home to Arsenal. There's a big chance Cole Palmer might be playing. I know they've not got him in this lineup, but there you go. Palmer is available. Whether or not he starts, I guess we're gonna wait and see. That's why I can't really judge it yet. Sometimes with you guys now, it's hard to make predictions without seeing the lineups, right? Because so much can change 1 hour before kickoff when I know who is or isn't playing. But with Chelsea, we know Maresca has developed that big game CV. We spoke about it. Of course, they smashed Barcelona 3-0. They've done it against PSG. Games where you expect them to maybe be the underdogs, they have put up a great performance. Now, I don't think they're necessarily massive underdogs here, despite what I've said about the records and Arsenal and blah, blah, blah. And the fans will really, really be up for it because they are, of course, really, rattled and salty. Understandably, of course, with in the last couple of years, like Havertz has dunked on them and he's run off doing that and he's shushed them and celebrated like it was the best goal of his life. He's seen Timber shaking Maresca's hand. They keep on posting that clip. There's my man and his girl. They're dancing at the Emirates after winning 5-0 the other year. So naturally, Stamford Bridge is going to be rocking, right? It's a game where they have to win to show something. Of course, Caicedo. Okay, we're not seeing Caicedo in this thing, but anyway, Caicedo against Declan Rice. That's going to be the matchup that everyone's waiting for. I think 2 titanic players. Overall, so that I can stop yapping, I am going to go 2-2. But be very, very careful. Like, if Chelsea win, I wouldn't be surprised. If Arsenal win and even keep a clean sheet, I wouldn't be surprised. So I wouldn't put anything on this. I will not be. But for the sake of the video, I can't do weekend predictions and then not speak about Chelsea Arsenal. Do you get what I mean? So please stay away. What I will try and do though, I'm going to try and aura farm here. So if this happens, come back and say, yo, you're cold. I'm saying we're going to see a corner goal, right, that will remind us of when Arsenal scored a couple corner goals against Chelsea in their 2-2 draw in the FA Cup semi-final back in 1950. For those of us who will remember, if you remember that game, if you haven't seen it, go check it on YouTube. We're going to see a corner goal similar to that. If that happens, maybe I'm a genius. Maybe I am a time traveler, but I am going to go 2-2. Realistically, Arsenal are the better team. So if you have to pick one team to win by force, you lean towards Arsenal, but there's so much emotional tax on this that I don't know how to quantify. That's one thing that I'm not very good with, right? Chelsea are just going to be so amped up, and it's a thing where I think it means more for Chelsea in this particular game than it does Arsenal because there's a bit of a leeway. But let's see what happens. Either way, I'm expecting a very, very good game in that one. Move over to Spain. This one's quite easy, right? Spain, Saturday game. I've got Barcelona. Where are they? Barcelona to win 3-0 against Deportivo Alaves. Now, granted, Alaves do not concede very many goals at all, right? They're actually pretty solid when it comes to conceding, but I just think Barca, they have to respond to that disaster, away at Chelsea. They've got to bounce back. Yamal's going to be angry at, their fans are singing that he's worse than Estevao and whatnot. They have to start spamming goals. Likewise, I've gone Atleti to whitewash Real Oviedo, so that's 2-3-0s there. And of course, the third La Liga game, as per usual, we go to Girona against Real Madrid. I have got Madrid scoring 3 goals, Mbappe masterclass, but they will concede 1 to Girona as they are away from home, and Madrid have still looked a little bit shaky defensively. Even as much as Mbappe scores, you go out the other end, you're going to get chances. So that's that for Spain. Italy might be the toughest weekend so far for those guys. Of course, we have Juve versus Cagliari. I would expect Juve to win, but I'm not going to do so. I'm going draw Ventus. They keep on disgracing us. So I'm going to go 1-1 Juve against Cagliari because I'm tired of putting them to win and then they go and just draw yet again. And everyone's like, oh, come on, Unc, you should know by now. So guess what? I'm joining the bandwagon for that one. Milan, Lazio. Tough one to call. I am going 1-0. It could be a little 2-0, 2-1, but it's going to be a narrow win basically for Milan. Like we said, Serie A is not really blessed with goals in the last month or so. They're often very tight games. And I guess it's going to continue in on Sunday rather I've gone Milan to win 1-0. I've gone Inter to double that away from home against Pisa. I think a 2-0 professional, just calm win. You know what I mean? It's a Champions League. They just lost. They're going to get a calm 2-0 win, and guess what? Because they're facing Pizza, we're going to see Lautaro Martinez finally show up. That's my prediction. Lautaro Martinez will finally score a goal because he's facing some randos that no one... Can you guys even name like 3 players? Because I can't. Roma, Napoli. This is going to be a titanic battle. Roma, of course, have been flying. No one's expected them to be that high this entire time. Napoli trying to get back on track. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this war, if you will. We go to Germany. As per usual, there's only one game we care about in Germany. It's whoever Bayern plays. Today it's St. Pauli, and we're going to say 4-0 Bayern. They're going to bounce back from the cooking at the Emirates. Joshua Kimmich is not going to start crying today because St. Pauli will let him play as many passes as he wants. They're not going to, annoy him by pressing high or by tackling him, because apparently you're not allowed to do that anymore. You're not allowed to make the game physical. So, yeah, Bayern 4-0. To be fair, Leverkusen Dortmund's a massive game, actually, but I didn't look into it at all. So, apologies. Like I said, let's be honest, guys. Bundesliga, no one cares unless it's Bayern Munich playing that. So, my bad. Did I see France somewhere? We did indeed. Now, Monaco PSG, again, lineup dependent, bro. PSG, they could just chuck up anyone, bro. I saw some other guy playing midweek, bro. What's his name again? Nyachu or something like that? Neto Choku. I don't even know what the guy's name was, bro. I'm thinking, who's his brother? Playing against Tottenham in the Champions League game. But he looked alright. Again, their midfielders are scoring goals. Defenders are scoring goals. Monaco, disappointing against Paphos. Late conceded goal. Salisu on goal it was. And obviously David Luiz scored earlier. I'll go goals galore here. I'm going to go PSG 3-2. I'm hoping Pogba's back and we get to see some minutes from him. He didn't play in the Champions League from my memory. He played like 5 minutes beforehand when they lost in that game against Rennes 4-1. So maybe Pogba gets his first start at home. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And do we have Netherlands in here? Because in the Eredivisie, as you guys know, we have 3 games left. And I only trust one team. And that team is PSV. Where are they? PSV against Volendam. Forget about Ajax. Forget about final order, man. I trust PSV to whitewash Volendam. And likewise, in the Portuguese league, how do I even find the league? In the Portuguese league, I'm going to trust Sporting this week. I'm only picking one because you try to pick all 3, one bozo team will mess it up for you. So I'm going to go with Sporting to be Estrela. I'm going to go 3-0 whitewash as well for them. And lastly, game 18, I've done it as like a double one, as a combination, if you will. Ronaldo and Messi to both bag and get big wins for their teams, of course, Inter Miami and Al Nassr, respectively. Let me know your thoughts on those. Of course, there are many big games. So much can happen. Please be careful as per usual, you know what I mean? Don't just go crazy slapping bread. But if you do enjoy, like I said, like the video, comment your scores for the big games. So Chelsea v Arsenal, West Ham v Liverpool, all the big games. Let me know what you think the scores will be. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Saturday review in a bit. Bosh.